What's up, guys? It's Jay from OutGad77 and Gadget World 77.
And this is Reggie from 12 Machines.
And what's up? This is Angel from I Love Gadget 77.
So, guys, did you guys see the Apple event? And what do you guys think about the Apple event so far?
I didn't really feel. I mean, it was good stuff they released, but the flow was a little off without Steve Jobs to me, man. It was kind of weird.
I mean, there's nobody like Steve Jobs, so we got I guess, a couple more keynotes to get used to him.
Then I think then they also talked about Siri coming to Japan. So the Siri was actually talking in multiple languages. I think in Australia, in Japan, and what else? There was different languages that it was speaking in. So that's pretty cool that it's going worldwide now with Siri.
Now, do you guys use Siri?
I don't have the 4S, so.
Oh, okay.
My wife has it, but I mean, once in a while.
See, the thing is, even before Siri, we still had some basic voice stuff, because I used to use my iPhone 3GS to make calls. I'd be like, call whoever, and it had that basic voice stuff in there, but Siri is slick, man. Like, even for, like, us getting together on Skype last night, when we had talked about, I think, the weekend, as soon as I got done with y'all, I leaned over on the phone. I was like, make an appointment for, 7 o'clock, Skype, and then it just did it. I was like, it's slick, man,
I use Siri. I use it for when I have to make, like an alarm, set up an alarm. I just push the button, set an alarm. So when I'm laying in bed, and reminders, like if I have to set an appointment, I use that for as well. So it does get used, but not a lot, but only for certain reasons that you can use it for.
Yeah, I think if I had the 4S, I would probably be using it more.
I did use it for like finding restaurants, like close by.
Oh yeah,
and I did use it for that.
Yeah, I mean you can look up. What was it? I went to visit my other friend when I was in Jersey, and I had to go to Advanced Auto Parts store, and he uses Siri right there, man.
We got a lot of applications. I mean, I had an Android phone that had a program similar to that before Siri even came out, and it was pretty good. So I got used to already talking, to my phone already. So when I got the iPhone 4S, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be using Siri all the time, especially when I'm driving.
So it's the iPad. Do you think it's really necessary, an iPad?
Not really.
I don't personally think so. I mean, it's kind of like you having Siri on your iMac or your MacBook. You really don't need it for that. This is more on the go type of thing. See, like I said, like Reggie was saying, if you're driving, it's perfect because you're driving and you really don't have that option. But you're not going to use your MacBook or your iPad while you're driving.
Yeah, I mean, like sci-fi, we were talking about last night, Angel, about Star Trek and stuff. Like everything in there, they always talk to everything, right? But it's like, I don't even see people really doing that. It's just, it's easier just to start typing and, use your mouse.
Well, you know what? Honestly, tell you the iMac or the MacBook, it does have that option for voice commands.
Isn't that for like handicap stuff though?
Yeah, but I used it on my MacBook Pro, but I didn't use it much. Like, I mean, you can just tell it what to. There's only certain commands you can't really talk to it like Siri was. It was just commands that you were able to like open Safari or quit Safari, something like that. But it was there. So, what do you guys think about the Apple TV now? Because I own an Apple TV. And I want to get your thoughts on if you guys own it or not. And if you do own it, are you planning on getting the new Apple TV?
It's funny because I actually I tweeted, Reg, is it worth upgrading? And I had pre-ordered it. So after thinking about it, he said the new update is slick and everything. And I was like, you know what? I don't need it. I mean, right now, I don't even have it connected to a 1080p TV. So I just went ahead and canceled it for now, Maybe in the future, but right now I went ahead and canceled it.
Yeah, I have Apple TV. I use it every day. Yeah, like Angel said, I did the update today because before we talked about it, I wanted to actually see it. It's great. I mean, and I was thinking the same thing with the 1080p. It's like, I can live without it. I mean, if I had just extra money to throw away, I would do it. But, yeah, I'm happy with Apple TV right now. So if something happens to mine, then I'll definitely get the new one. But otherwise, yeah, I'm good.
I mean, I use Apple TV like Reggie does. I use it every single night, dude. I mean, I actually go on there. I watch all the seasons of Netflix, my YouTube videos. I do, I use the AirPlay. And, I watch everything through the Apple TV. And I do utilize it a lot. But for people that are actually wanting to get the Apple TV now, if you already own one, like I do, I don't necessarily think, because the only reason you're going to get the new device is only for 1080p. I don't see that being a big jump to go there and spend that kind of money just to get 1080p, because right now I play 720p. I'm perfectly fine with it, like Angel was saying. There's nothing wrong with it. Everything is still clear. You got the new software update. You get the same UI as you would get on the new device. The only thing is the 1080p. So, me personally, I'm not going to go ahead and get that. I mean, I'm an Apple guy. Don't get me wrong. I like to get all the new stuff. But no. This one, I don't see me getting it.
For somebody that doesn't have a Apple TV, then yeah, it's a big
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, if you don't have one, you might as well just go ahead. But did they talk about dropping the old Apple TV price?
I didn't recall that. Did they?
But they took it off the stores, I heard, right? Wasn't that what they were doing? They took everything off the shelves.
Because I mean, if it is going to be selling for the same price, either they have to drop that down, but I don't see them dropping down. They probably are going to take it down, put the new devices out there, because it's nothing different. It's the same size.
Yeah.
Everything is the same. So I didn't really hear them talk about that, though. So that's why I was just making sure. So
in the store, they just show the new one. I'm looking at it right now. So, replaced it with the new one.
Yeah, so that's what I mean, there was a lot of tweets going around that they had, the old Apple TVs were coming off the shelves.
I mean, I'm glad they're actually working on Apple TV. I remember a couple years back, it was junk. It wasn't really. So I'm glad they're actually putting actual effort into making it a decent product.
I think more people are starting to use it. I don't even watch TV that much. I can probably an hour worth of just TV, and if it wasn't for sports, I would probably cut my cable, man.
I do vouch for that. I don't watch TV anymore. I go right into either my Apple TV and watch everything through there, because everything is there already. Even now, you can rent movies. You can buy movies. And now it actually has the iCloud feature, but do you guys use iCloud? First off, do you guys use it? I mean, do you utilize the iCloud on your devices now?
I'm still on Mobile Me.
I have iTunes Match.
I haven't utilized it yet. I still don't understand how this works. Like, how is this working? Because when I went ahead and did my update, or I try to do new stuff on my iPhone, I went to the iCloud, I did the backup. None of it came back to my iPhone, so it really didn't work. I had to download all my new apps again. I just don't understand the functionality, I guess, put it that way.
I'm trying to figure out how did they disappear from your phone? If they're on there and you back it up, when you back it up, they disappear?
I would think if I jailbreak it, I mean, I'm still logged onto my account, bring that down, so I don't see how the iCloud, thing works. I really wasn't that excited when they announced about the iCloud feature on the Apple TV. Let's move on to the main devices that we're talking about, which is the new iPad. So first off, we'll talk about the name itself. I mean, to me personally, I don't think the name is going to affect anybody. You know what? I was in the beginning. I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait till they say what's going on, and see if they're gonna announce it. What is it, iPad 3 or whatever? And me personally, the new iPad, I don't agree for it, but I mean, I'm still buying it, don't get me wrong, but I just don't agree with the name, because 3 years from now, am I going to say I have the new iPad? You know what I mean? So, because what's that going to say? What's the next one's going to be called? And the past after that was, what's it going to be called? It's
funny, because I ain't going to lie, I was sitting there and interviewing, I was like, give us the name, right? The whole time. Like,
that's what I mean. You have to, there has to be a name. You can't just say the new iPad.
But when you think about it, though, because we talked a little bit yesterday, but I was thinking, it's actually kind of smart, because no matter what, right, everybody's, we're all buying iPads every year. Are you going to update? Are you going to upgrade? Yeah. At the end of the day, when they're like, yo, dog, you got an iPad? Yeah, dog, I got the new iPad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
I got the new. You got last year's model. I got the new iPad.
Well, my question is, okay, that's fine. We get it. I can call it the new iPad this year. My question is, from 3 years from now, what am I going to call it?
That'll be the new iPad.
And I'm not a big fan of, having numbers, because all this numbers and everything is confusing, like iPod, iPhone 3, iPhone 3G, and all that kind of stuff. I just figured that they should have something. I mean, it should have just been iPad 3. I mean, it's only iPad 1, 2, and 3. You know what I mean? There's got to be a number in there just to throw it off.
It sounds okay for now, but next year it's going to be totally different. Right now you have iPad 2, which they're still selling, and the new iPad. Next year we're going to have the new iPad and The new
That's what
iPad?
I mean. Calling it the new iPad. Calling it the new iPad now makes sense. Calling it the new iPad next year or the following year, that doesn't make sense. That's what I mean.
Unless they do the new iPad 2.
Or that shiny new iPad.
Yeah, it's like somebody, I don't know, somebody said it was called Poopy iPad. We're still going to get it, right?
Yeah, I said that. I was like, poop on a stick.
Oh, yeah, poop on a stick.
And everybody would still get that thing, man. long as it's got that little Apple logo on the back.
Let's talk about the 4G LTE. Now, I know you guys ordered the new iPad. Did you guys get the 4G LTE or just the Wi-Fi model?
I went with 16 gigabyte Wi-Fi.
What about you, Reg?
Yeah, Wi-Fi, man. There's no need for 3G, 4G, or anything else on a tablet, in my opinion, man.
I always get Wi-Fi versions because I use my Wi because I jailbroke my iPhone and I use that. It only makes sense. Plus 4G. I don't have any 4G network around where I live at anyway, so it really doesn't bother me.
I mean, I've always had the Wi-Fi. I did have, I used to think, man, I should get the 3G or whatever. That's an extra, $30 a month.
Yeah.
But then when you said, about the jailbreaking in my Wi, I said, that makes sense, whenever if I ever need to use it as an emergency.
I have. This is Wi-Fi plus 3G. The only reason I even got this is because this is the only one that was in the store at that moment. So I went ahead and picked it up. But I had this for a good year. And I did not use 3G. I don't even really use 3G on this. You know what I mean? Unless this is my only device, probably. Right. I might just say, okay, I'll get the 3G. But since I got the iPhone, I don't see the point of having 3G on this. Well, let's talk about, I think this is more geared towards Angel here. For the gaming on the iPad, now it's supposed to be better memory and better processor than the Xbox 360. And
that's crazy, man.
Now, Angel, do you play? I mean, are you planning on playing?
You know what? I'm planning on playing more games because when I had the other iPads, I rarely used them for games. Now with the new chip that they're talking about, I mean, I've seen the keynote in the games they were playing. The only thing is playing. Touching the screen. That's the only problem. I'd rather have a controller. Maybe if they make a controller to play on the iPad, man, I'm all in.
Well, so I can see companies making, like analog sticks and, this and that for attachment. Because they already have some for the old iPad, but I think they're going to be more like, like the PS3 controller, you know what I mean? Where you're comfortable holding on to it with the iPad connection.
It uses Bluetooth to connect to your iPad or something.
Yeah, if it's something like that, then I'll really get into it.
Well, Reggie, remember, when we were at CES, we stopped by at the Sony store, you were actually you were playing a game, which was, I think, Crash Bandicoot on a Sony tablet. And you were actually using the PS3 controller, remember?
Yeah, that's right. But it's funny because there's a company on Live. You probably heard me talk about that before. They do that type of gaming, but they run it for a remote server or whatever, so you don't actually buy the game physically. You just purchase it, to play for 3 days, a week, or month, or whatever, and it's all online. The games are a little bit older, but they've supposed to be coming to the iPad forever. Because what happens is you can use the iPad itself, or you can use their controller with your iPad. And because honestly, I'm very mobile. That's why I love MacBook Air being so thin, having an iPad. I literally, I'll be laying on my bed. I pop open my laptop. I'll take my iPad. I'll stand it next to it, and I do the screen share, so I have more real estate using both screens. And what's that program called? Air Display. So, and if I could sit there and just pop it up, be playing right there on my iPad screen, a lot of times I would do it. I mean, of course, I'd rather be in front of my TV. But, there's times, I travel, visit my relatives all the time, in their houses, they always have people over, so I want to just crawl off somewhere.
Like Angel was saying, it would be better, I think, as a gamer, that if we can make this work on the PS3, that'd be awesome. Did you guys get the new apps yet? I mean, because I know they got the iWork, iMovie, the iPhoto, did you guys get that yet?
I have the old versions of all that. Of course, I don't have the iPhoto because that's new. I haven't done the updates yet because I haven't done iOS 5.1 yet either. I never download that right away. I know you're not because you have jailbroken, but I like to read the forums for a day or two, make sure there's no bugs. Being able to edit photos is probably way more. I think that'll be more important to most people than editing video.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because I shoot a lot of pictures. You know,
Right.
I post a lot of
The
pictures.
average
I got
person.
kids, and you know, I can see me using that a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that way more.
Plus, it's got more effects and tools and all kind of stuff on there now. Because I see that they got brushes on there now. So, well, guys, that's the show for the day, and this is our first discussion. And hopefully, you guys liked it. And thank you for watching. And thanks, Reggie and Angel, for stopping by. And more discussions to come at our site, guys.
And I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Later.
Peace.